Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third episode of COVID Conversations. I'm your host, Noah Hedderick. Today I'm joined by Aaron Brouse. Aaron, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So I was just wondering if you could introduce yourself to the people, kind of who you are, your degree, and where you go to school.
I am a Master of Arts student in English here at the University of Lethbridge.
So could you kind of tell the people what your position is and kind of what you do?
Sure thing. I am the Public Affairs and Communications Assistant. If you've received a newsletter, that's me. I am promoting research going on at the university. I have been recently writing articles on uh, postdoctoral research happening across the campus.
What would be your favorite project that you've worked on so far?
I worked on a Shining Student promotion project. So, what we did was we interviewed several students, some completing their PhDs, other completing their masters, and we asked them just to give a testimonial on their time here with us. Brought their testimonials onto the page, did some light editing, ensuring that like it was still their words, but it was um, again that exercise in creativity that was it was really gratifying and for myself, and then it was also gratifying to see the reactions of those students when they got to see their posters up and were able uh, to see their joy and their at their accomplishments and what these posters did for them. So
COVID obviously presented a ton of challenges. What's kind of been your main one that you've had to tackle?
the biggest one is focus. It's um, particularly when you're working at home, very easy to get distracted. I live in a house with a couple extra roommates and a few pets, and it's easy to kind of let your mind wander, particularly when you're used to letting your mind wander at home.
That is the biggest challenge because feel like you have your mindset. You're like, hey, when I'm at work, I'm working. When I'm at home, I'm relaxing. When I'm at the gym, I'm working out. And now, obviously, your home is now all three of those places. So, what's kind of been your best learning point coming from that challenge?
What's helped me is setting short term, is looking. I'll start my day, I look at my calendar, double check for meetings, and then I look at um, different tasks I've got going, and I think to myself, okay, I've got all these articles and projects that I should write. That's a really big. Then I need to break that down into smaller, manageable pieces. And it's about kind of setting that time in the morning. I usually spend my first half hour in the morning just checking in with myself, checking in with how I'm feeling, checking in with what I need to do, and from there, helping to break my day up into more manageable pieces. And yeah, and learning to also be uh, kind with yourself. You know, you're not going to get it right all the time, and that's okay. That's a learning process.
A lot of people probably haven't achieved what they wanted to achieve in 2020, obviously. And I feel like people need to understand that the bar needs to shift with, the world. So
Yeah, I think what COVID has one thing that COVID has shown me and shown us is that life is going to throw us curveballs left and right, and our plans are good, and it's good to have those plans, but it's also good to kind of hold them lightly and to be, as I said, to be kind to yourself when maybe that didn't fall through the right way, maybe it didn't fall through as you imagined, but you don't let that stop you, you don't let that hold you back, you just take another step forward, and even if it's a small step, it's still forward.
I think that's a perfect way to end it because you answered the last question as well, which was advice about COVID.
Yeah.
That was fantastic, like 100%.
Hmm.
Small, even small steps are still steps forward. So
Yeah.
That's
And
fantastic.
also being kind with yourself when you don't believe that.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that's the other challenge. It's like I know small steps are fine, but it doesn't feel that way.
You got to convince yourself, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, I'm excited to get back to my studies and to uh, see what that's now like in these times. And um, honestly, I wouldn't trade this co-op experience for anything.
That's awesome. That's great to hear. Well, thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. Thanks again to Aaron Brouse. Really appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and we hope to catch you next time. Thank you.